Hello, this is Darlene J. Clark, Child Abuse Awareness. Be a part of the solution instead of part of the problem. Please like, subscribe, and share. I appreciate each and every one of you. Always like to start off. Make sure I get that off of there. Just like to start off with a Bible verse. Matthew 18, verse 10. Take heed that you despise not one of these little ones. For I say unto you that in heaven their angels do always behold the face of my Father which is in heaven. And in Matthew 18, verse 6, but whoso shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depth of the sea. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. I hope everyone's having a great day. Remember, we need to be a voice for the people who do not have a voice. Hey there, good to see you, Jackie. I'm so glad that you're here. Oh, thank you. I've been having to take a big break. I haven't felt too good, and I had a big. I'll write to you in private and let you know what's going on because I cannot say it here, but it's major. So I'll end up writing you an email and letting you know. Okay. Thank you so much for supporting me, and I really had to have a major break because this thing that I'm fighting, which I'm an advocate for this and everything, so I'm fighting hard for everybody, even outside of here. Okay, so now I will go ahead and present the page to share the screen. 56-year-old Evelyn Odom and Ulyster Sanders arrested for the murder of the 5-year-old 35 years later. Evelyn was the mother, and Ulyster Sanders was the mother's boyfriend at the time. She was found encased in some cement. 35 years ago, she was encased in cement. Okay, that sounds good, Jackie. I appreciate you so much. But I'll let you know what's going on. See, this is where she was, this little girl, when they were trying to find her, who she was 35 years ago. Here she is. Here's a picture of her. The authorities ID a girl whose body was hidden in concrete in 1988 and arrest her mom and the boyfriend. The screen grabs taken from the Georgia Bureau of Investigation live stream of the news conference shows Georgia Bureau of Investigation agent Jason Seacrest at podium and Ware County Sheriff Carl James addressing reporters in Waycross, Georgia, Monday, November 13, 2023, to announce a break in an unsolved child death that stumped investigators for nearly 35 years. Authorities said they have identified a girl whose body was found encased in concrete in December 1988 as 5-year-old Kenyatta Odom. The girl's mother and then boyfriend have been charged for the child's murder and other crimes as well. This is this screen grab taken from the Georgia Bureau of Investigation's live stream of the news conference shows. Georgia Bureau of Investigation agent, I think it says the same thing right there. I think it's just got it twice. And here, let's see what you had to say here. I want to click it. Trying to see what you got. What you say right here. Emphasis. I hate my laptop sometimes. Okay, it says we got a local government personnel secured in prison for grooming young teens. Oh, please do. Need to get that out for y'all as well. Anything to stick up for these children, no matter we don't care where the location is. I need to advocate against it because it's happening too often. Thank you so much, Jackie. I appreciate you so much. Savannah, Georgia, a 5-year-old girl whose body was found encased in concrete and dumped in the woods of rural southeast Georgia has been identified nearly 35 years later. Authorities said Monday as they announced the child's mother and the live-in boyfriend have been charged with the murder. DNA tests that began years ago and a crucial tip investigators received in January finally enabled them to determine that Kenyatta Odom was a young victim known for decades only as baby Jane Doe. I can remember seeing that little girl's picture. I can remember it. This poor little girl right here. And now she's been identified. There's how she really looked. Kenyatta was killed in her hometown of Albany, Georgia, before her body was dumped 110 miles away outside of the small city of Waycross. Georgia Bureau of Investigation agent Jason Seacrest said it was discovered among broken furniture and other trash left in the woods on December 21st, 1988. It's sad. It was encased in concrete. That is horrible. Baby Jane Doe is no longer unnamed. Thank you, thank you, thank you for y'all giving her a name. Is no longer unknown. Excuse me, it's bringing tears to my eyes. Please forgive me. My emotions are setting in. Seacrest told a news conference that the Georgia Bureau of Investigation streamed online from Waycross, about 100 miles southwest of Savannah. The baby that was thrown out into a trash pile had been identified and were working to bring justice to her. How did nobody else ever know anything? Yeah, her body was gone. Isn't that sad? Her own mother never reported her missing or anything because of this. People had to wonder where her body was. The girl's mother, 56-year-old Evelyn Odom, and Ulyster Sanders, her boyfriend at the time of the child's death, were arrested Thursday. A grand jury in Delaware County, which includes Albany, indicted both on charges of felony murder, first-degree cruelty to children, concealing a death, and other counts. It makes me wonder if there were other kids around also that may have had to witness this heinous act. And if they did, I pray that they're okay today. Both defendants remained jailed Monday. It was not immediately known if either of them had an attorney who could speak on their behalf. The girl's death and her identity had been a mystery since a man walking into the woods in December of 1988 stumbled on a TV cabinet filled with concrete in an area strewn with trash. You see that? It was a TV cabinet filled with concrete. The find made him suspicious enough to call the Ware County Sheriff's Office. Sheriff Carl James was one of the department's detectives at the time and was dispatched to the scene that day. Upon my arrival, I really was not prepared for what we were about to find, James told reporters. Concealed in the concrete, investigators found a trunk. Packed into the trunk was a duffel bag, and inside that bag was a child's body wrapped in a blanket. Wow. Yeah, I saw the story earlier, and I'm reading it. Well, y'all are reading it, okay? So this is my first time going over it as well. It's hitting me just like it would hit y'all. Wow. James said the case always held a special interest for him. Over the decades, he said investigators followed hundreds of leads and tips, most of them leading nowhere. Yeah, having it's kind of hard, ain't it? Hard to, for people to understand. I keep trying to click on your name to show what you're saying, but it's not letting me. So from my other computer, they all checked all local reports of missing children at the time, but none matched the remains of the girl they had found. Social service agencies couldn't turn up any connections. They combed through the missing person cases throughout Georgia and the U.S., all without luck. I know why it's not working with me showing because on the other when I'm at YouTube, because StreamYard kept knocking me out. So I'm having to see what you're saying at YouTube. Authorities did, however, find one important clue near the TV cabinet in the woods, a copy of the Albany Herald newspaper. Seacrest said that's when investigators began to suspect the child may have lived in Albany, a 2-hour drive from where the body was found. Decades passed. In 2019, the GBI began attempts to compare DNA extracted from the girl's remains for genealogy databases. Seacrest said those efforts succeeded last year in confirming the child had family in Albany, but investigators still weren't able to pinpoint the identity of the girl's parents. Around the case's 34th anniversary in December, GBI once again made a public appeal for any information that might help to crack the case. This time, the request came with a reward offer of $5,000 from any anonymous donor. A woman called in January with a critical tip. She knew that there had been a child who had gone missing and that her mother said the child had gone to live with her father, Seacrest said. This person never really believed that story. Seacrest said that the tip enabled investigators to finally identify young Kenyatta and bring charges in her death. He declined to comment on a possible motive on how the girl died. News outlets reported the indictment said the child died after her feet and legs were submerged in hot water. Oh my. Died after the child's feet and legs were submerged in hot water. Oh, wow. Wow. We believe that there is evidence beyond a reasonable doubt that will lead to justice being found for Kenyatta, said District Attorney Greg Edwards of the Albany-based Doherty Judicial Circuit. Wow. That is gruesome. That is horrible. I'm glad somebody was paying attention about the child. I'm glad somebody called in. Yeah. Her body was dumped, encased, the trunk, inside the TV, inside the concrete. There was like it said, a trunk, a blanket, and her body was wrapped up. Yeah, this is horrific. It's no words. I'm glad somebody did notice, and they said, well, they didn't believe the story about the child going to the daddy. And I bet cops had notified some of the relatives as well from the DNA from ancestry. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure that had a tie into somebody speaking up too. And then when they had that looking for people to speak up, I think I would have wanted to go ahead and speak up and not wanted the $5,000. You know what I'm saying? But now the girl has a name. Praise God, the girl has a name. Praise God, the mother has been caught. If she didn't have no other kids with her, it makes me wonder if she had any other kids with this guy, and they did, that there might be other bodies out there too. You know what I'm saying? It makes you wonder. She could do this horrific act to one. There could be other victims out there that we don't know about. But I'm glad that that person had found her back in 1988. No telling how long that she had been out there when they did find her. I'm glad we have forensic science in this day and age to get monsters and creep cut. I am also. Thank God. Thank God for that. No doubt about it. But what's going on with me, I hope and pray, please continue to pray for me because what is going on is very big and I cannot divulge on here for my own safety. Um, but it is very big. Um, so please pray for me that, uh, yes, I'm trying to help that by divulging some information, basically, but in a different way. I'm stepping up to the plate. I'm really fighting more, basically, okay? So please pray for my safety. So I haven't been to other people's streams as much and supported them as much, and I hope that they don't dislike me because I haven't been there. But I'm doing this other fight, and we got to fight. I'm sorry that I'm not able to support as many people that I'm following, and it bothers me a lot not being able to do that. And I hope and pray that y'all understand because I got a lot of tough work that I'm having to do. Thank you so much, Jackie. I also told my story on Unfiltered Stories, and I'm not sure when it's going to be out, but I did it this month. A little bit of my story, and so it's going to be here at YouTube. So I'm not sure when they're going to have it, but I did it this past month. But I'll let you know something in the email, okay? Are you at Facebook also? Oh yeah. Thank you so much, Jackie. A lot of people don't believe what's really going on. It's major right now, and it's going against the people that's really trying to stick up and stand up. It's going big with higher ups that knew, and I stand firm against trafficking. I was trafficked, and with me getting my story out there, that is putting me more in danger as well. But I'm doing it to try to help others. Oh, okay. All right. I understand that more than you realize. And this is beyond the trolling, though. I'll explain it to you more. Okay, we had another way to talk. you know, um, but we could do that sometime. And I do also have a support group for child abuse awareness. So the people that knows me in Facebook and in different places, I wouldn't mind being their support system as well. It goes on too much. It happens too often. We got to advocate. We got to help other people. And you notice I don't have. Yeah, I'm on WhatsApp too. Yes, I'll let you know at. We'll write each other an email, and I give you my WhatsApp. Okay, so we'll do that. Yeah, you don't need Facebook either. It's like I even put a recent picture of me up. Um, and I said, y'all that naysayers that said I wasn't abused, trying to show that from my ex-husband and stuff too. I show them where my bruised face and everything, and my bruised arms. And I said, but please don't say anything negative because my sons are right there, and I don't want them to be hurt. So whatever, do not say anything against. Really, I didn't want to say anything against my ex-husband or the fact that my sons still go there, and I don't want to stress them out. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I'll write you on the email, and we'll touch base there. Okay. Well, lots of love. Thanks, everybody. Please like, follow, and share the story that's out there. The little girl has a voice, y'all. She has a voice. She is no longer Jane Doe. Oh yeah. This time my walls have went down. I mean, I'm coming out with boxing gloves. What's going on? Well, lots of love, Jackie. Talk to you later.